WVTT Sports.
Dwight Howard was back for the Lakers, but it didn't matter. LA, no match for the Boston Celtics, losing 116-95. Howard finished with just 9 points and 9 boards. Kobe Bryant scored 27 points. Paul Pierce led the Celtics with 24 points, and Kevin Garnett became the 16th player in NBA history to reach 25,000 career points. The Celtics are now, get this, 6-0 since losing Rajon Rondo for the season. For the 5th straight week, the top-ranked team in the nation has lost. This time, it's the Indiana Hoosiers. Tyler Griffey for the Illinois Fighting Illini scores the uncontested game-winning layup at the buzzer to shock the Hoosiers 74-72. Illinois closed the game on a 13-2 run. The Duke Blue Devils got their revenge on the NC State Wolfpack. Mason Plumlee scored 30 points and Seth Curry added 26 as Duke beats NC State 98-85 to win its 4th straight game. NC State hasn't won on Duke's home court since 1995. And the NFL reinstated former New Orleans Saints defensive coordinator Greg Williams after suspending him last season for his role in the Saints bounty scandal. The Tennessee Titans then hired Williams to be their senior assistant coach for defense. With Headline Sports, I'm Carlos Diaz.
In the SBU corner with WVTT Sports, I'm sports intern Tim Harfman. Last night, the St. Bonaventure women's basketball team looked to end their 3-game losing streak against a Duquesne team that entered the game 6-1 during A-10 conference play and 9-1 at home overall. The Bonnies struggled from the start, finding themselves down 5-4 in the early minutes before allowing the Dukes to go on an 8-0 run. It was a game that never saw a single tie or lead change, as the Dukes led 37-14 at halftime and by as many as 28 points in the second half. The Bonnies were held to just 31% from the field, and they were unable to connect on any of their 9 3-point attempts. The Dukes are number 1 in the A-10 when it comes to turnover margin, and they showed why last night, as they scored 19 points over St. Bonaventure's 21 turnovers. Duquesne shot 40% from the field and 43% from long range. Freshman guard April Robinson led the Dukes with 11 points and 5 rebounds. Bonna's forward Katie Healy reached double figures in scoring for the 5th consecutive game, as the freshman led all scorers with 13 points. The Bonnies dropped their 4th straight game as they fell to Duquesne 61-33. St. Bonaventure is now 9-14 overall and 2-6 during conference play. They will play VCU this Sunday at 2 o'clock in the Riley Center. One freshman who continues to make the transition to college play is 5'9" guard Nyla Reeder. Reeder has started in each of the last 5 games and has improved her scoring to 6 points per game during conference play. The Hagerstown, Indiana native is the first freshman to lead the Bonnies in scoring in back-to-back games this season, and she contributed a career-high 15 points against Charlotte and 13 points at Xavier. Reeder says her game has improved thanks in part to Coach Crowley's aggressive encouragement.
Coach has been on me about being better and about having a greater effort and being involved more. So I think him getting on me and knowing that my teammates also need me, it's made me pick up my intensity and made me play a little bit better.
She's a kid that, she can score in every way. She can go off the bounce, she can shoot, she can pull, so that's a weapon for us, and she's strong enough and athletic enough to go get rebounds. So, like the Xavier numbers are numbers that should happen. That's her capabilities, and, she's understanding that. Now, her responsibility is, in her learning curve is how to do that on a consistent basis. And she's not afraid of that, and she's going to still have some ups and downs with it, but, she's a kid that can do all those things, and hopefully, she'll keep doing it.
Now, Reeder did struggle a bit last night at Duquesne as she went 1 for 6 from the field, scoring 4 points. She also grabbed 3 rebounds and turned the ball over 5 times. She'll look to bounce back Sunday against VCU. In other Bonaventure sports this weekend, the men's basketball team is on the road at Rhode Island. The start of that game was originally scheduled for 2 o'clock tomorrow, but has been pushed back to 7 o'clock due to weather conditions. Also, the men's and women's tennis teams will host Colgate tomorrow. The women play at 11 a.m. and the men play at 3 o'clock. We'll have recaps of all this weekend's games on Monday. In the SBU corner with WVTT Sports, I'm Tim Harfman.